Hi everybody, it's Chris Byberg, the director of the National House of Prayer, coming to you today from Ottawa. Well, here we are. Summer is over. We're into the fall, and there's so many great things that are happening in our city. I'm sure they're happening in your city. One of the things that we're working on is the days of awe, and where we're calling pastors, leaders, wall watchers, intercessors, gatekeepers, anybody who has a propensity to pray. We're calling them October 9 and 10. And so I want to talk to you today about city prayer and what that is looking like in many places in the nation. In Revelation 2 and 3 up to 4, we see that the messenger, the angel, actually is speaking to cities like Ephesus, like Smyrna, like Philadelphia, Sardis, Pergamum, Laodicea. He's talking about cities. What about your city? If the messenger would come and talk about your city, what would he say? Because many times we think of our church as that church. I got fooled I was at a conference a couple weeks ago, and somebody asked this question, and I was bold enough to put my hand up because I thought I knew, and I put my hand up, I knew, and it was like, how many churches are in your city? And I said, oh, in my city there are over 800 churches. And the guy said, wrong, there's only one. And he was absolutely right. There might be 800 buildings, but are there 800 churches? We want to see one church in one city. That's our heart. That's what we carry. National House of Prayer is about working ourselves out of a job. Because Jesus said this, my house will be a house of prayer for all nations. Is your house a house of prayer? Is your house a house of prayer for all nations? That is what we're doing. We're working, Marilyn and I, and our team, we're working to work ourselves out of a job. Because ultimately, it'd be awesome if we didn't have to do this, if the local church picked up the ball and ran and became the house of prayer that they've been called to be. So I want to encourage you. Citywide prayer, citywide church. What's that look like? In our city, we have about 70, 80 pastors that walk together pretty closely. With the likes of One Way Ministries and Meeting Point Ministry and National House of Prayer and all these other houses of prayer, we are working to endeavor on building a house of prayer for all nations, representing all kinds of different congregations that have different flavors, that have different dynamics, because it's a body. I love the fact that we're described as a body. Not all of us are pinkies. Not all of us are big toes. Not all of us are lungs. Not all of us are hearts. But all of us together are fitted to build the body of Christ. So I want to encourage you. Build a house of prayer. Build citywide prayers. Pastors, intercessors, start thinking about this. Build together. The work that's been done here in Ottawa has been over 25 years in the making. The likes of One Way and the likes of Meeting Point, and nhop's been here for 20 years. It's this long-term building together that is so, so important. So what is the Lord saying? If the messenger were to come to your city, Winnipeg, Victoria, Kenora, Saskatchewan, if he were to come to your city, what would it look like, and what would he call you? And would the church be together? Not 800 buildings, not 500 buildings, not 20 buildings, but one church. I want to encourage you. Build prayer in your city. Ask God what it looks like. I'm Chris Byberg, the director of the National House of Prayer, and we will see you next time. Bye for now.